Hello, I am Leanne, and this is going to be my refurbishing a guitar video. I started with a string winder and a pair of wire cutters because you need to take the strings off. I recommend doing the string unwinding first and then taking the strings off, cutting them with the wire cutter so you don't want tension on the neck or the strings could fly back and hit you. That has happened to me before. Anyways, the next step is just basically unscrewing the pick guard. Mine was a loaded pick guard, so all the stuff was already in it, which made it way easier. Got it off of Reverb.com. Great website to use if you're doing this kind of thing because they have used gear at reasonable prices. Next, the only wire you need to cut is one wire connecting your input jack to your loaded pick guard. Just clip that wire and pull them apart. You will solder it back together later. And take out the spring from the what is called whammy bar where you reverberation. Yeah, sorry if I'm talking a little fast. Just want to make sure this all goes through. So you remove the bridge next. Very simple, just unscrew it. Most of the things on the guitar, it's just a matter of unscrewing and taking the pieces off, but you should be familiar with the pieces to make sure that you're not doing anything that's not right for your guitar. And next up, because I wanted to change the color of my guitar, I sanded it down using a very small number of grain so that you can get most of the gloss off easy, and then using a smoother one to get a nice smooth finish. And you want to go down to bare bones, like back to the original wood or as close as possible. As you can tell through mine, I did a lot of sanding, many layers to get all that shine off and get most of the black off and get pretty close to the wood. And by the way, just a note, that loaded pick guard I got it for like $85 off of that website, Reverb, so I can have a link to the website below. It's really good for gear. I've used it a few times, and I use it for most of this project actually. Oh, and I just want to preface that what I used to paint my guitar, which is a step that I don't show, guitar lacquer by Color Tone, and this lacquer was probably about, it was like $10 to $20 per can. So you want to spray a base coat, re-sand the base coat when it's dry, then you want to spray your official coat, kind of sand that a little, and then put a shine on, and that's how you get your guitar. Next step was soldering. You want to solder your guitar. You just use a soldering iron. I got one for like 15 bucks. If you don't know how to solder, there's a lot of videos that can help you, or you can get someone who knows how to do it. It's pretty simple. And now on to the last step, the neck of the guitar. Most necks do not come with the tuning pegs in them, and I got mine for about $150, and I had to put the tuning pegs on, which is what I'm doing here. What I did was I put a peg in each one, marked where I would have to drill in for the tuning peg, and then I just hand drilled it. I think using a drill, very small, might be a better way so that you don't split the wood, but what I did worked. My tuning pegs are fine, they're still on there, and yeah, I did that for all 6 tuning pegs. And the last step, as you can imagine, is to put it all together. Now that you've soldered back on your loaded pick guard and your input jack, you need to put your bridge back on, put your neck bolted on, put your strings back on, and I would say after that, after you do all that, the last step is to make sure that your neck is aligned properly on the body of your guitar so that, when you screw it in and you have to adjust that thing, it's called a truss rod. You want to make sure that your neck is in line so that the action on your guitar, which is the distance between your fretboards, like on your neck, and the actual strings, is level and not too far away from each other or too close. You want to have a good sound everywhere on the fretboard. And yeah, once you put the bridge back on, the neck back on, the strings back on, you adjust your neck action, you pretty much have your guitar together. Yeah, that's my guitar. That's JJ. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave those questions in the comments below. I'll have links below to things like the guitar lacquer, Reverb.com, and if you ask for any links, I can share them with you. It was not a cheap project, but it's not unmanageable. If you do have a guitar you're looking to refurbish, this could maybe help you decide if refurbishing is maybe something you're interested in and if it's worth the effort, or if you should just look at investing into a new guitar, because I did actually end up doing that eventually. I reinvested in a new guitar, and I have this one that I refurbished. So, thank you for watching.